real quick, J&J baby powder, they're in trial right now up in New Jersey on this case.
Right.
We find out now that it has asbestos in it. You know, you had all these women that were dying from cervical cancer. Well, the asbestos inside is a tremolite asbestos. It's a very, very potent kind of asbestos. And that asbestos has the ability, once it gets into your body, it migrates all through the body. Mm-hmm. They even find asbestos fibers in the brain, all the way down in the leg. So now you have these asbestos fibers migrating through the body. Women, of course, were putting it all over the body. It was moving up into the cervix, and now these women are dying of cervical cancer. What's your take on this case, man?
You used to do these cases, I think,
Yeah,
back
I
the
handled a lot of
meso case, the
asbestos
meso cases. That's
yeah.
right, and are only caused. You can only get meso from asbestos.
Yeah,
so you have
correct.
people that have used J&J for their life, baby powder for their life, and all of a sudden have meso. What I thought was kind of disgusting. So you have this expert that came on the stand this week and said, "Oh yeah, there's asbestos in J&J and baby powder," and during the case, they're blaming it on the defendants are blaming it on, well, you might have been exposed at some school you went to. And the whole time they knew it. The studies date back to the 70s that showed that they knew there were asbestos. They put a new name on it, which I guess if you don't list it in the ingredients, that it doesn't cause the problem.
Here, let me tell you this. The documents that I used in trial in the early days, Sumner-Simpson documents, there are half a dozen documents that you read, and it's the OMG moments.
Right.
One of the documents says, these people working around asbestos make a good living with asbestos. Let's let them die with asbestos. And then they kept it that was back in the 30s. And then they kept it secret. This is the same deal. Johnson & Johnson was using talc mines. They were taking talc out of these mines, contaminated with asbestos, and they're trying to convince everybody, oh no, well, here's the bad news, Peter. They've actually visualized it with a microscopic kind of technology. They've actually seen the asbestos inside the powder itself, and you still have J&J saying, no, that's something different. We don't know what it is, but it's not asbestos.
And it's the same defense firms again. Kirk and Ellis, I notice, is defending the J&J again. Yeah. Bury it. Don't tell them what's out there. We'll hire a big powered defense firm and see what we can do to unwind it. It's cheaper to pay lawyers than it is from the profits from the wrongdoing.
Let's take a break. I'm Mike Papantonio here with Peter Mouget. We'll be right back.